You're a huge UFC fan.
Yes.
What happened to Rousey?
She got her butt kicked quickly. And, you know, you can't be a fighter and not be able to take a punch, a single punch. The first time Holly Holm punched her, it was over. And this Amanda Nunes, same thing. Done. It's like being a basketball player. You could do everything, but you can't dribble. Like literally, you could shoot, you could rebound, but you can't dribble. So you could throw him the ball, but if he can't, like she cannot take a punch. And I think it's one of the greatest sport hype machines ever to call her the greatest. The greatest at what? First of all, how could you be the greatest at something if you've only done it 12 times? She's 12-2. Mm-hmm. You're not the greatest if you've only done something 12 times. And I don't like the way she pouted afterwards. Mm-hmm. She didn't give Amanda Nunes like a pound or congratulations or anything like that. And I know she's America's lovable, arm-breaking sweetheart, okay? And they talk about her story and her struggle. Amanda Nunes is an openly gay Brazilian girl from the bottom of the favelas in Brazil.
Yes.
I'm sure she's got a fantastic page-turning, riveting story as well. Mm-hmm. But it's only about Ronda Rousey. And I think they stopped the fight too soon. And in my opinion, that was white girl privilege working at its finest.
You wanted to get beat worse?
I'm just saying, like that guy Lineker that same night, punched in the face, elbowed. I mean, there's been so many people in other fights, men and women in UFC, that have taken more of a butt kicking. It's like she was in trouble. I'm not saying, you know, I wanted to see her get her. I don't like to see any of them do it, but like it just seems so quick to stop it. Like, let her go down. Maybe she could recover.
No, she wasn't recovering.
No, she wasn't, but I'm just saying, like, I think the referee, you know, like, he jumped in. That's star power.
Let's be real. Ronda Rousey was never as good as everyone thought she was. She was just first.
She was just first.
She was the first lady that did comedy. Now, we saw female boxers, Layla Ali, the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. Mm-hmm. But we had never seen women get into that octagon. Think about this now. You get into an octagon, they lock the door behind you.
Yeah.
And somebody's got to come out. So she was first.
Yeah, that's it.
She didn't evolve. The sport evolved because she was had a background in judo. Okay, she could submit you, she get the females on the ground, she locked their arm, locked their leg. But while she was doing that, she was never evolving.
I agree.
You see, you look at companies, corporations. Apple had a computer, then everybody got a computer. Then they come up with the iPod, then they get the MP3s, and they say, you know, camera phones. They say, you know what, we're gonna come up with the iPhone.
Yep.
See, Apple they keep evolving.
Yep.
She's the exact same fighter, the very first time she fought, and the lady that jumped in that ring with Amanda Nunes.
Yep.
She can fight Nunes 10 more times.
No.
And she'll get knocked out each time. Because you know why, Skip? You can't love two things. Because one of them you'll inevitably cheat on. She's cheating on UFC because she wants to be an action star. Mm-hmm. In that sport, you either all in or you get knocked out. And each time she has not been all in, Holly Holm, Tadal. Amanda Nunes, Tadal.
I don't even think it's the all-in thing. I think if you can't practice getting punched in the face.
Well, the objective, you probably shouldn't try and take punches to the face.
I get it, but I mean, you can't, if you can't take a punch in the face and you're a fighter of any kind, what kind of fighter are you?
So what is she gonna do? What does she want to do now, Skip? Is she gonna be a movie star or is she gonna be a UFC? Because Dana White has made every accommodation to make sure all you have to do is just show up, let us announce the fight. No more press conference, no more nothing. Show up for the weigh-in, go do your thing. Mm-hmm. He's made every accommodation that he's never made for any other fighter. He pulled Conor McGregor off a fight because he wouldn't fly from Iceland to Vegas or Iceland to New York. Mm-hmm. He's made every accommodation for her.
Yeah.
Now, all these women that fight in that division, Skip, she's not beating any of them.
None of them. She's done.
Okay.
And I just want to say about the acting. The fact that she got beaten so badly and with no fight back, with no pushback, unfortunately, I think it will hurt her as an actress because it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger without the muscles.
Yeah, I understand. I got it. I got to defend Ronda Rousey on this point. She did win 12 in a row spectacularly. She bullied her opponents the way she got bullied the last two fights. but she did it with her judo and her wrestling and her armbar, and they weren't ready for it. And she would just attack her foe. And if she gets foe on ground, foe is done because it's going to be over quick because she's going to get you in her armbar move and hold, and you're not going to be able to defeat that. You're going to be stuck. And in this case, she finally got found out. She got exposed. She can't box. She can't strike. And you say she can't take a punch. I got to tell you, she got rocked early, and maybe she got stunned early, and Holly Holm caught her actually with her foot first and stunned her. But I thought she took a whole bunch. She took 5 full-face shots from Amanda Nunes as hard as she could throw. And to Ronda's credit, she didn't go down. She never went down. She never got knocked out. She stood on her feet.
She had her fingers in, in the
I know,
cage.
but she stood up the whole time. I got to give her some credit for not saying, I give, no mas. I'm not going down on the canvas for you. I'm going to stand. And in the end, if you can't box, and that's why Amanda on our show in New York, she just said, I'm going to tear her apart in the first round.
Is that what she said?
She said it, yeah.
She said,
and I was like, hold on, she's a former champion. I'm skipping out, looked at like,
ooh.
But after she walked away, what did we say, Skip? She's going to run through me. She's going to run through
her. She caught her with a left jab first, and
Yes.
it staggered her. And then all of a sudden, Ronda Rousey was defenseless because she can't box. And I do think she was all in physically on this one because she looked great coming into that.
Yeah.
She looked pudgy the last time against Holly Holm because I think she didn't eat right, and I think she did let the media responsibilities finally just overwhelm her. This time, it was all business, and she walked in there, and she gave it her best shot, and she can't box.
No.
And then John Jones tweeted about, she needs to give it another try. No. She gave it another try. She just gave it. It's over.
Shut it down.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, and the first Nunes punch that really connected rocked her. But she hit her with like a saw, a punch that didn't really connect, and you could just see her face.
She was just stunned.
flushed.
Well, it's because she got hit against Holly Holm. She'd never been hit before.
No.
And then you get hit again, and you're like, do I want to do this anymore?
I've talked to fighters, talked to Mark Breland, had a conversation with him for like 2 hours. He says when you lose and you get knocked out, it takes a piece of your soul. You're never the same. And because if you lose and you go to the scorecards, you can say if I trained differently, if I did something differently, I could have won this fight. Skip, when she got knocked out by Holm with the leg, and then she just got pummeled by Nunes, 87% of the headshots. Skip.
It was wicked.
So-
and he should have stopped it. She was going to get hurt.
She was about to get hurt, but the thing is, Skip, normally with fighters, what do they say? I'm ready to Conor McGregor. Yeah, I got beat by Nate Diaz. I want to get back in there again.
No.
Nate Diaz says, okay, he beat me. I want to fight again.
Right.
Fighters that want to fight,
Yeah.
they want to
They
get back
don't
in.
take 13
No.
No. It'll be interesting to see what happens to her, but also with the whole women's division, because she really is the star of that. Not taking anything away from Nunes.
No,
that's a bad lady.
Yeah, no, she is the star, and I think that's the one thing that she. Not the one thing. I don't want to discredit her, but I'm saying that's the biggest thing she brought to it. And it was a perfect package with blue eyes and blonde hair. Amanda Nunes is marketable as Ronda Rousey.
But promotion is part of the fight game, though. That's what brings the interest.
She's
to
the
it.
10th best fighter now in that division.
Yeah.
If that, I don't think we're going to see Ronda Rousey fight again.